back with Living History. I'm Ted Goldsborough, and today we're talking to Ed Minshall about Penn Wynne.
Ed, how far from the Penn Wynne school was this house?
4 blocks.
Okay, and you walked to school?
Everybody in Penn Wynne and Overbrook Hills walked to the Penn Wynne school.
Okay.
The only ones that got a bus service were the ones in Wynwood. That section of Wynwood, which was still attending Penn Wynne school.
Okay. Across
Hereford Road, on the other side of Hereford Road,
okay,
and up toward Argyle.
Okay.
It fit in between Remington Road, Argyle.
All right.
As a matter of fact, Medford Road, all those roads, Clothier Road, all those roads from Lancaster over to Haverford Road went to the Penn Wynne school.
Did you eat lunch at school?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
But could you go home?
I don't think anybody did.
Okay.
I don't know the regulations. I don't know
right.
that. But I think everybody stayed because it was a neat, everybody liked the cafeteria.
Oh,
the Penn Wynne school
good
cafeteria.
food.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh,
it really was good.
Good. Now, could we transition for a moment to schools and then come back, or do you want to do the second house now? Do you want to do your second house now? Or
well, let's go on the schools and we'll get
all right, let's go over to here.
Now, you had some family connections with some Lower Merion schools.
Yes.
Would you tell me about that?
Yeah. Well, first of all, my grandmother, the one we called Ding Dong for a reason, because she had so many clocks that went off on the hour. And I gave her that name, by the way. She graduated from Westchester Normal School, it was called then. It's now Westchester University, right near where I live, and 3 of my kids went through there, by the way, in 1893. And she applied for a job in the Philadelphia school system. And her credentials from Westchester were not good enough for the
high and mighty Lower Merion?
No, the high and mighty Philadelphia. Right. So she opted to try for Lower Merion, and she got a job at the Bryn Mawr School, elementary school.
Where was she living?
I'm kind of it's kind of funny in a way, or ironic, that today, the standards would be Lower Merion would be turning down anybody. They could get a job in Philadelphia because they'd take any warm body probably.
I guess we were out in the country in those days.
Well, I don't know what the deal was. The Lower Merion was definitely always a pretty highly rated school system. But Philadelphia, of course, in those days, back in the 20s and 30s, I guess, was a premier school system, and they could demand the best credentials.
Now, where was she living when she was teaching there?
113 Calder Avenue.
Okay.
Yeah.
The house where we had the dog on the front porch?
Yeah, right, yeah. They had moved down from Wayne and Stratford area. They were Stratford, Wayne, and then down.
All right. Now, she was, I take it,
she was
married. Oh, she was a widow.
Yeah, here's the problem.
Tell me about that.
The reason she graduated in 1893, she got married. She could not teach school after she got married.
Can you tell about that?
Yeah. She couldn't teach school after she got married.
Why was that?
They had... I'm not sure. You're in the education business. Okay. You know the
married women couldn't teach unless they were widowed or divorced or
right.
Okay.
Right. And
seems funny today.
Yeah, and we can't. Neither Ted nor I can figure the reasoning for that. But anyhow, when my grandfather died,
he must have been young.
A young man. He died in 1912. Oh. And he was only either 47 to 49 years old. And he had a real good job with Pennsylvania Railroad. He had started in Broad Street as a porter. Worked his way up, and at that time he finally became a station master at the Stratford Station, which is still there. A pretty historic station. It's been refurbished. And then from there on to the purchasing department. So he did well. He worked his way up from the ground up, And just when he's at the pinnacle of his career, he got tuberculosis, which was a plague in those days, in the turn of the century, in the teens and 20s in America. It was a plague. And so then my grandmother had to teach. She was a railroad widow at that point.
How many kids were there?
She had 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 children. She had Marion and Helen and my dad, Edward, and Jean. And Jean became a teacher. But anyway, he died from that, and that put her to work, and that's when she got the job at the Bryn Mawr School.
How long did she teach?
I don't know how
the
many
rest of her
years.
career?
Yeah, the rest of her career she taught at the Bryn Mawr School. She didn't work after that.
Okay.
And she did put her youngest child, Jean, through University of Pennsylvania,
Okay, now
who then became a teacher.
Tell about that.
1925 for Bala School.
That's Jean,
Yeah,
the daughter,
Jean,
the
yeah,
youngest
right.
child.
When I was 5, that would be kindergarten, she took me over, maybe I was 4, maybe pre-kindergarten, she took me over to her 5th grade class at the Bala School to show me off. I just remember that because I remember all those little girls, the big girls. Oh, isn't he cute? You know. I don't know why I remember that, but I do.
Yeah.
And that school has now finally been removed, right?
Yes, demolished.
You know about that.
Yeah, it's been demolished.
That was there a long,
yes,
long
it was.
time.
1880s, I'd say.
Yeah,
the old
right.
Bala School.
Right.
It was at, for the audience, it was at Bala Avenue and Union Avenue up on a hillside.
Just
It's
a block west of City
City
Line.
Avenue, that's
Yeah,
right. That's
it's
right.
almost
that's
in the city. It's right on the edge of the town
That's
center.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
All right, now how many years do you think she taught, and why did she stop teaching?
Oh, she taught until she got married, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know her having any other job
All right.
until she got married.
And where was she living in
She was living at 113 Kohler Avenue.
with her mother?
And her mother. And guess who lived next door? Their name was Williamson. And guess who she married?
The boy next door.
Yes, she married.
Oh, I didn't know
She
that.
married John Williamson, known as Jack, known to me as Uncle Jack. And you know, by the way, you
on
have that,
Coulter Avenue.
yeah, do you have that picture of Kohler Avenue?
Yeah, I do. Where is that? Yeah,
Here it is.
Yeah, but
You see that? You see me sit right here.
Okay, okay.
You see me sitting there
Yeah,
with Linky?
yeah.
Well, when my Aunt Jean got married, because I was so close to her, you know, she made a big fuss over me. She lived there, and my Aunt Helen, she worked at the bank in Wayne, and my grandmother, and I visited there a lot. I don't know why, of all the grandchildren, I was always there a lot. And when she got married, the reception was on that front porch.
Oh.
And I kept hearing, I was much younger than this, or a little bit younger than this. And I kept hearing, well, you're going away. I kept hearing the people saying, have
a good
fun,
trip
have
and-
fun, you know,
yeah,
your honeymoon,
yeah.
you're going away, you're going away. And I started to cry. This is what they tell me. I was sitting on the steps, and they wanted to know why I was crying at the reception. I said, I'm not going to see Aunt Jean anymore, you know.
She's going away.
So, so that was.
They said no, but she'll be back.
That was some of my
Yeah.
childhood.
Okay. Now this house was the house next door, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That was, their name was Crumlish? I think their name was
Okay.
Crumlish. No, Gerolman.
Gerolman.
Crumlish was the next door. That was their favorite friends. They always mentioned that name, that's why I said that by mistake.
Now
Gerolman.
was your construction, your grandmother's, similar to
Yeah,
this?
every house along there was the same.
Okay.
Victorian, 3-story, slate roof, all the gables. They
Okay.
almost all look the same.
They've all been
they
torn
had
down.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
about 2 left.
Yeah.
Down the street,
Yeah.
and they're made into businesses. They've
Right.
been the outsides have been recovered with veneer brick or different things.
Right.
They were wonderful buildings. I mean, there was a complete living quarters on the 3rd floor. There was a bathroom and 2 bedrooms in the hallway. They were quite nice houses.
All right. Now, Ed, let's see. We've gone through the relatives who worked.
Right. Yeah.
Now let's get over to some of the over in this pile. Let's get over to some of the Penn Wynne pictures.
Yes.
Or
okay.
no, wait. Could you describe that picture? We'll hold that up. Showing
Yeah. This
that's
is
Pennypacker Field.
Yeah. This is in Ardmore actually.
Yeah,
That's
in
Pennypacker
Ardmore.
Field. That's a picture back in the I guess the 20s. Yeah, it got to be the oh yeah 25. It's a picture of a Radnor Laura Merion game. That was the rival. That was the rival. Everybody learned about that even as a little kid. It's Laura Merion and Radnor. And by the way, that's the oldest continuous high school what would you call it?
Rivalry in the country, we believe.
It is, yes.
Yeah, we
without
believe.
any interruption.
Yeah, yeah.
That's amazing. And my mom and dad used to talk about some of their games. My mom used to talk when she went to Laura Merion how the Radnor boys pushed them up and down the field, up and down the field. I think that was the year 56-0 Radnor. By the way, by the time they got to 50 games, it was 25 each.
Wow.
I remember
Isn't
that history.
something?
And
Wow.
each had a 56-0 game against the other.
Oh, wow. That's a coincidence.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. How about that?
Now, Ed, why didn't they play on Arnold Field?
Well, it wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
No.
Yeah.
Pennypacker Field was there. Arnold Field
Okay.
came later on. I think it just before I went to high school there, it was developed, and
That's
we used
right.
it for a soccer field.
Okay.
I remember
Okay.
seeing Jim Billington play as goalie there.
All right.
The
And for the audience, Jim
Yeah.
Billington is the Librarian of Congress, Dr.
Now.
Jim Billington.
For about how many years?
Now, Ed, there's a white something down there. Would you tell me
Yeah.
what that is?
I don't know.
That's right here.
I don't know. Oh, yeah. Is that it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's this little
That's
white wagon down
That's
there.
an Autocar school bus, and I guess.
No, right
Oh.
here, right here.
Oh.
That's the ice cream man.
Oh.
Dominic.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This
Caught you, Ed.
goes back to Penn Wynne. This goes back to Penn Wynne. Boy,
Okay.
that picture of him, that really looks like him. The only thing different, Ted, Dominic, when he came through my neighborhood, when I was noticing him, because he was called the Dixie Man. You know, he had little Dixie cups or
Yep.
popsicles, two choices, or an orange popsicle, which my mom said never buy because you don't get your money's worth. You know, she wanted the cream in the chocolate. So I usually got a Dixie cup, and they were always vanilla and chocolate, 50-50. You'd lift the cup up, the lid up, and it had a picture of a movie star.
Oh, yeah.
You know how bubblegum had baseball players? Well, they had movie stars.
And you'd,
yeah, exactly right.
they were kind of blue.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't they? Were they blue or
No,
something?
they were kind of like a black and white photo with a little
Okay.
bit of a tan tint to it.
But you didn't have to peel off anything?
No,
or anything?
no.
Okay.
You licked the ice cream off to see the
Okay, the
to see the
image.
picture. Yeah.
Okay.
Had a little tab. Remember?
Yes,
You
yes.
lift it up.
Yes.
Yeah. And he would give you a little wooden spoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had a big bell on the side.
Okay.
And he'd stamp his foot and go clang,
Bing, bing.
clang, clang. Yeah. And every kid would hear that and run in the house and get a nickel.
Oh.
Dixie man, Mom, Dixie man, can I have a Dixie cup?
Oh. Now, was this
That was
around
big.
dinner time? Was Mother annoyed with you?
And naturally it was always in the summertime. There was no.
And none of the winter.
It's just summer. That's
Okay,
all. Period.
okay.
Not even spring or fall. Like today, you find that guy's starting early and
Jack
late.
and Jill. Or,
Yeah, Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
But this was always, as I remember it, Abbott's Ice Cream, and it was a Dixie cup, popsicle, or
Okay.
a twin,
twin popsicle with
Twin
two wooden sticks.
which were only orange ice, raspberry, grape, you know.
Okay.
And that's the one.
But you could break
Mom
them in
she'd
half.
never okay me to buy one of those.
Okay. They were a waste of money.
Well, you were cheated, you know.
Yeah,
5 cents for water and
yeah,
ice.
right.
So anyway,
Now, did this man have an Italian accent? Do you
you
remember?
know, he spoke a little
Different.
rough, I thought.
Okay.
All
right.
I don't remember accent.
All right.
It didn't.
We used to, I don't know why we called him Louis the Papa Sick Man.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah,
I know.
okay.
Dominic. I always took
Yeah,
him for granted. He
Dominic.
was an Italian guy.
Right.
You know.
And on this picture, although it's hard to see, but his name is like
Yeah.
Dominic DeLuca on there.
Yeah,
and it has
I
an
got it.
address.
Yeah.
And another thing that's interesting, on the side here, up top, it says LML, that's Lower Merion license to sell. He's number one.
Yeah.
He was the first one.
How about that?
Lower
Well,
Merion.
now that I see this, I didn't know about this business of him being at the football game.
Oh yeah.
See?
And the 4th of
I
July.
just always thought of him as coming to Penn Wynne.
only in Penn Wynne. Yeah, right.
With a white truck.
Yeah.
With a white truck.
Well, that was the one I was trying to
That
show
was
you
the white
here.
one, yeah.
Yeah, see, that was a white truck
So
in
this
here.
is an older picture.
I guess.
That's
I
gotta be an
guess,
older
yeah.
picture.
And that was up in front of Lower Merion. You can see the building and
I
behind
can't tell
there.
what model or what make truck that is.
I think it was a Ford.
He had the white one was a Model A Ford.
All right.
I knew that from my
Yeah.
dad telling me.
Yeah.
You know.
Ed, we're just about done, and I certainly appreciate your coming in today. And this is Ted Goldsboro. I've been with Ed Minshall talking about Penn Wynne, and we'll see you next time on Living History.